On June 10th, 1912, in the quiet town of Villisca, something happened that would haunt the town for over a century.
It was a peaceful place in Iowa where everyone knew each other. There was no real crime, no reason for fear. Families slept with their doors unlocked. Children played freely in the streets, and nothing ever seemed out of place.
That night, the Moore family returned home after attending a church event. Josiah Moore, his wife Sarah, and their 4 children were not alone. 2 young girls, friends of the family, were staying over that evening. 8 people went to sleep inside that house. None of them would wake up. Sometime after midnight, an unknown person began moving through the house. He carried an axe, heavy, silent, and he knew exactly what he was doing. The attack started in the parents' bedroom. There were no signs of struggle, suggesting they were asleep when it began. The killer struck with overwhelming force, ensuring there was no chance of survival. Then he moved to the children's rooms, one by one, room to room. 8 victims in total, all killed in the same brutal way. But the most disturbing part of this case was not just the violence, it was what happened after. The killer did not immediately leave the house. Instead, he stayed for hours, possibly until morning. During that time, he moved around freely inside the home. He covered mirrors with cloth, as if he didn't want to see his own reflection, or something else. He closed the curtains, isolating the house from the outside world.
There were signs that he even prepared food. Imagine that moment.
A house filled with silence. 8 lifeless bodies lying in their beds, and someone walking calmly between rooms, eating, waiting, as if nothing had happened.
The next morning, something felt wrong to the neighbors. The house was unusually quiet. One neighbor approached and knocked on the door.
No answer. She knocked again. Still nothing. Eventually, concern grew strong enough that someone entered the house.
What they discovered inside would shock the entire nation. Every member of the household had been murdered. The scene was chaotic, brutal, and deeply disturbing. The victims had been struck repeatedly. The level of violence suggested rage, but the precision suggested planning. Investigators were called immediately. The case quickly became known as the Villisca Axe Murders. But despite the brutality of the crime, the investigation revealed almost nothing. There were no clear signs of forced entry, no weapon left behind in an obvious place, no fingerprints that could identify the killer, and no clear motive. The deeper investigators looked, the more unsettling the case became. One of the most chilling theories was that the killer had entered the house earlier that evening, before the family returned. He may have hidden somewhere inside, in the attic, in a closet, somewhere in the dark, waiting. Watching the family as they went about their normal evening, completely unaware that they were not alone, waiting for the right moment, waiting for them to fall asleep. Over the years, several suspects were identified. One man confessed, but later changed his story. Another was brought to trial, but was found not guilty. Rumors spread throughout the town. Some believed the killer was a traveling murderer moving from place to place. Others believed it was someone local, someone the family may have even known. But no one was ever proven guilty. The case was never solved.
And that is what makes it truly terrifying. Not just the brutality, not just the silence of that night,
but the fact that whoever did this walked away, blended into society, and was never caught. The house still stands in Villisca to this day. People visit it, searching for answers or something else.
Some say they hear footsteps when no one is there. Others claim doors open on their own.
There are reports of voices, especially children's voices, echoing through the halls late at night.
But whether you believe in that or not, one thing is certain. What happened in that house was real.
A normal family, a normal night, and someone already inside, waiting in the dark.